Good morning. Time to make the coffee. We're still in business. So I told my friend here in the kitchen that begins with the A that I'm not going to say to remind me once a month to put vinegar through my little coffee maker here and keep that going. The coffee even smells better. So today I'm having cinnamon stick, and it's supposed to be 61 degrees today. The wind isn't blowing right now, but usually when it's warm, the wind is whipping around. So maybe I can get outside and just clean up a couple of pots or something that are falling over. I don't know, we'll see. I did get a little section cleaned out last week where my two little greenhouses were. I don't know what I'm going to do with those. I mean, the only thing left of it is the frames, and I know you can get a new cover because those only last so long. But that was shredded, and then the other one was totally blown over, so I don't know where I can put them where they're not going to blow away with all the wind I get in my backyard. I have to do a little brainstorming on that. So living on the cheap requires you to do a lot of brainstorming and coming up with ideas that don't cost you an arm and a leg. I mean, most of my life I've kind of lived that way. My first husband was a police officer, so they didn't make a whole lot of money back then, and I stayed home with my 3 babies. I worked part-time in between when they got to be an age where my mom would watch them. So I worked a part-time job, but my money pretty much has always been tight, except for a period of maybe 5 years where I made decent money as a nurse. So I've had to learn to shop sales and, get what I want reduced or on sale, or at, thrift stores I've gotten things. But that's how I basically ended up with what I have, is I've always been frugal about it. I've never gone shopping at high-end stores. It was more Walmart or, the discount stores where they'd have things marked down like Marks. But I've always managed to find what I want without spending top dollar for it. So I don't mind, it's a good life. It's a good lifestyle. And it's enabled me to do a lot of things and get a lot of things that otherwise, if I hadn't been patient and waited until the price was right, I wouldn't have. So I need to get going and take the garbage out. But before I do that, I need to do doggy duty in the back. So that way I can get everything done and out. And then I have to order my donation people again. I've kind of been taking a little bit of a break from decluttering, but I have to get back at it. So my garden plants are almost done, so I'm happy about that. I got all my companion planting plans in place and where I'm going to plant what, rather than just willy-nilly going out there in the spring and sticking things in my planter boxes. So, okay, I'm going to drink my coffee. Cheers. Well, that's pretty good. It's not my favorite flavor, but it was definitely drinkable. So I'm going to look at my budget book and see if I can't get some things done today. All right, I'll be back. Yay! Didn't spend any money yesterday. I did get my composter yesterday, but I bought that the day before. So I'd like to just not spend any money the rest of the week. So we'll see if I obtain my goal or not, because you never know, things come up. And we plan on not spending, but I'm only going to spend on things that I absolutely have to have for the rest of the month. So how are you guys doing? Are you tracking your spending? I mean, even if you're putting a check in an X and nothing else, it really helps. I'm tracking every penny I spend, but you know, if you don't want to do that, just doing this helps a lot. It helps you see your spending patterns. And I know this month I'm doing much better than I did last month. Last month I did have more no spend days than spend days, and I had 17 days of no spend and 14 of spending. So, and this month is much better. So, of course it's a shorter month, but even so, I'm happy with this, but I can do better. I think my goal is to maybe not spend more money than for a week, and so far I've had 8 days. So, and then it would have been, 4 weeks of no spend, or 3, whatever, because there's only 28 days. But it would have, if I don't spend money the rest of the month, it'll be 3 weeks no spend and 1 week and a day of spending. So I think that's pretty good, considering I used to go out shopping for entertainment. I really can't fathom doing that anymore. Although, I do go to the Dollar Tree and have a little fun there every now and then. But I can't do too much damage there. And as long as I stay off of Amazon and just go on there when I specifically need something, well, I kind of do that anyway, now that I think of it. I don't go on Amazon and just look around and see what's on sale. I never do that. I only go on there when there's something that I'm specifically looking for, and then I try to find the best price. Or I go in their, reduced area. That's how I got my microwave. And I buy open box items. I like to look for that, and things that are like new but are much cheaper. So I think I saved about $100 buying my microwave on like that, but I like to try and buy everything that way. I even went on there to see if they had any open box composters, but they didn't. So, but I still got $100 off, which was the cheapest one that I could find that still had good reviews. So anyway, I'm happy with my check mark for today, and hopefully I'll get another one tomorrow. All right, I'll be back. Good morning. I wanted to talk a little bit today about how I food shop to save money. Now, I usually only shop for food once a month. Sometimes twice I'll go pick up something in between if I see a good price on something. So I just got the Aldi sale flyer, and this week they actually have quite a few vegetarian things on sale. They have chickenless patties or chickenless tenders. They're good. They're not my favorite, but sometimes what I like to do is make a couple ahead, and then I cut them up and I put them on a salad, so it's like a chicken salad. So I think I'm going to make a trip to Aldi's this week. And because I'm almost out of the faux chicken. So, but I'm also going to buy some at Walmart. I have some in my Walmart cart. Those are some of the things that right now I don't have the time to make from scratch my own vegan meats. So what I'm doing is I'm using up what I have in the freezer, but I'm also going to restock it with some of those things. And the chicken tenders from Ultimate Chicken are like $8 and something a pound, which is absolutely absurd considering they're all plant-based and none of the ingredients that they put in there are that expensive. But you know, it's a specialty food. So, but I do like to buy their chicken tenders because I can get a lot of meals out of those. You know, I mean, I don't eat half a bag. I eat, at best, 2 tenders. They're a fairly good size at any one meal. So I want to stock up a little bit on those. I'm not going to go crazy. They're not on sale or anything at Walmart, but what I have in my cart comes to enough that I can have them either delivered or I can pick them up on the way to my mom's. I go right by Walmart. So we'll see. I'm not going to do that today, but I might do that when I go to Aldi's because I go right by Aldi's too. So I think I'm going to pick up a box of the chicken fillets or the chicken patties because that's a good chicken sandwich. And when I say chicken, you guys know I'm talking about the faux meats. And also the chicken tenders. Another thing that I haven't mastered yet is making fishless fillets. And I like the Gardein fishless fillets. I think they're really good. So I have a couple of those in my cart. I've been out of those for a long time. I have a couple of those in my cart at Walmart. And altogether, the things that I have in there comes to $37. And I think that even includes a 16-foot length of fairy lights because my living room window, I keep, you know, I have the macrame valances and I keep my Christmas lights there and they're half burned out. So eventually I have to take those down and then I'll put the little fairy lights up there because I like the way that looks at night. It just makes me happy. So I think I am going to make a trip to Aldi's this week. And also they have extra firm tofu, which I like the best is the, you know, the firmer extra firm for $1.49. So that is on sale. It's reduced to $1, or it was $1.75. So they have a good price on tofu. I hope they're not discontinuing it, but who knows. And it's not like I don't have any tofu, but I do like to use that in making the faux meats, and I will buy a couple of those and then probably freeze them and then use them to make some faux meats. And then I saw, I think I'm going to get this too. And it's $4.49 and it's a gnome candle. So I'm not interested in this one or anything, but I think if they have it, I will pick up one of those. And look at these guys. I'm not going to get one of these because they're $8.99, and I really don't need any more gnomes, but they're so cute. I know. It's nerdy, but what the heck. Well, they even have shamrock leggings. How about that? But I don't need any more clothes, so and I really don't go out and celebrate St. Patrick's Day. If I did, I might think about getting something like that, but I don't. So anyway, that's kind of how I shop. I buy the flash food boxes as needed, or if they have any of the vegan meats marked down, I'll pick up, several packages of those, and the flash food produce, depending on what's in there. I'm kind of burned out on squash and sweet potatoes right now, so I don't need any produce. I have salads and cucumbers and, all that stuff. So right now I don't need any produce. But I thought I would, stock up a little bit on some of the faux meats. I have a lot of the Beyond and the Impossible Burger. I have plenty of that. Don't need any more of that. But I do like to also keep the chicken and the fish stocked up. So if you shop and you're a meat eater, just when it's on sale, pick up whatever meats you like. And even if you buy a roast, what I used to do is I would cut it up either in portions if you're single, or whatever, or I would buy one thing and make stew meat out of it, and then I would pack that up, and if I bought a filet ever, I would cut that up in individual portions and keep that all in the freezer. So this is part of the reason why I do my no spend the way I do, because if I do see a flyer or something or a flash food item that offers me things that I can buy and still save money on, that's what I do. I don't make a menu per se that I have to go out and buy a lot of ingredients for. I just keep the basics. The basics in as far as the meats, the basics in as far as potatoes, rice, and pasta, and the basics in baking. So all that stuff I already have in my own personal grocery store. So then I just basically need to supplement what I've used up. So lately, because I've been busy, doing the decluttering, even though I have taken a break from it, I'm trying to make some room in my freezer by using up what I have. And I really, really need to get in the basement. I need to buy one of those stainless steel racks. I have plastic ones, but I have one in my furnace room, but that thing is just kind of leaning because I have cleaning supplies and things on there. But I have to get the stainless steel rack and organize my food stash in the basement. It's kind of difficult for me to do because my grandson's got a lot of his stuff down there too. But it's doable, I can put his stuff to the side because it's kind of blocking some of my food preps down there. So, but that's a project for another day, but I would like to get that done before the gardening season starts. So, that's my plan, and that's how I shop, and I save a lot of money that way. That it allows me to buy other things that otherwise I couldn't afford, like the food composter. If I shop like a lot of people shop from week to week and just buy everything, that they need for the week, I couldn't afford to buy anything, that's pricey at all. So waiting until something goes on sale or waiting until you find it used somewhere, you can almost have anything and everything that you want, I did that with my car. I had been eyeing my Casada. I have a Buick Casada, and I thought it was such a nice looking car. But, you know, new, they were like $37,000. And it's like, oh, I cannot afford a car that's that expensive. I just cannot. So fate stepped in and my little car whizzed by me. I was driving, I don't know where I was driving, to Aldi's or something like that. And it just whizzed by me and had a sticker in the window. And no, I was going to Tom's house. That's what it was. And on the way there was this little car dealer of, he would buy salvaged cars and fix them up. So it whizzed by me, got in front, you know, in the turning lane, and I went behind him, and I said to myself, I said, now if that car pulls into that lot, I'm going to look at that car. So I did. And so at the time, I got it in 2020. Yeah, I think I bought the car in 2020, and it's a 2019 car. So I took a look at it. He said, oh, take it home, drive it for a couple days. And I did, fell in love with it. At the time, I still had my my Sebring, which I absolutely adored that car. My son has it now, and I'm so happy that, you know, it's still running. It runs great, and that's a 2006. So I bought this little Casada, not Casada, Cascada. Casada's a cake. So I bought this little Cascada, and out the door, I paid $18,000, and it had been a salvaged car, you know. So I get so many compliments on that little car. You know, people tell me, "Oh, what a nice looking little car," because it's a convertible too. So being patient and waiting until you find what you want or something similar. Really, you can get a lot of the things that you really, really want that you think you could never afford. So that's how I shop. I just wanted to share some of those things. Let me know how you shop, what you do to find bargains, what you do to save money. Do you do anything to save money, or do you not buy things because you can't afford them for whatever reason? And I know that there's a lot of people out there, especially now, that are in that boat. But you can still, you know, rob Peter to pay Paul, if for nothing better, to get what you want, and then just hold back on some of the other things and use that money to buy things that you want. It's not always buying things that you only need. As humans, we need to be happy. We need to have things that we also desire. It's not always about nose to the grindstone. That would make life awfully dull and boring. You know, if you can't go out on the town and, you know, spend hundreds of dollars on a meal, do it at home. Have some friends over. Everybody can bring something. You know, you can have a fun time that way, and you won't feel so deprived. And it's the same way with buying things. You know, if you enjoy buying little tchotchkes now and then, take a trip to the Dollar Tree and buy something similar, or think of projects that you can make. There's a lot of YouTubers that make high-end looking decor and things like that. And then, you know, just from articles from the Dollar Tree. Or if you see an outfit that you really, really like, peruse the thrift stores or Walmart and mix and match things that you can come up with a similar outfit. Same thing with makeup. You know, you can watch people do makeup tutorials and then go buy a cheaper dupe. of whatever it was they were using. So there are ways that you can enhance your life and make it pleasant, and just use your imagination. Because like I said, when I was making coffee, that if you don't have a lot of money, you have to have a lot of brain power and come up with ideas that you can have something similar that will satisfy your desire for whatever it is you want. So, okay, I got to get going and take the garbage out before the garbage people come. And I almost feel like looking through my garbage to see if I can fill up my composter, but I'm not going to do that. That would be gross. But once I get that filled up, I'm going to try it, and I'm going to film it and then let you know what I think of it. And like I said, I'm not affiliated, or, it wasn't gifted to me. It was on my own dime. But I thought it was a good price, and hopefully it does what I want it to do. All right, I will be back. All right. Well, I'm on my way to my daughter's house. I'm taking us some lunch or brunch. I don't know why my wipers are on, because it's not raining. And my weather app says it's raining. And it's sunny. It's like, oh my God. They must not have gotten the memo. Oh well. I don't know. Technology. Okay. Well, we'll turn that all the way off there. So yeah, my daughter called and said, I told her I had cucumbers and marble rye and cream cheese, and she likes that too. So I said I would bring us some brunch. So I'm going to go have some coffee with her and visit my granddoggies. She's got that little baby shepherd, so cute. And then our Mackie Moo, he's a cane corso. He's a big guy. He kind of doty-does through life. So, yeah, that should be fun. We'll just visit. She's actually working from home, so she does her work in between, and when she doesn't have an order, we chat a little bit, and she gets on the phone, and then I drink my coffee, and we have a nice time. I always have a nice time with my kids. I'm so happy that I don't have a lot of drama in my immediate family. So, anyway, that's where I'm headed. And then this morning I went out and took the trash out, and while I was out there, I cleaned up my backyard a little bit because it wasn't windy and it was pleasant. So I rearranged a couple things and sort of made a plan in my head about what I want to do. So I'm hoping we have more nice days so I can do a little bit at a time, because doing everything all at once is not a good thing for me. It's too hard on my joints, and then I gotta rest for a couple days, and I get behind, and yeah, that just doesn't work. So I kind of have to pace myself. But when you're doing things outside, you can't just go out there whenever. Well, I can't. I have to pace myself around the weather. And this February has been usually in February we get a lot of snow, but this February has been really mild. We've hardly had any big snowfalls. We had a couple, but they weren't even that bad, not like we've had in the past. So I'm kind of liking it. We still get a lot of cloudy days, but more with rain than with snow. So, I wouldn't mind living in a climate like this all year round, where you really don't get a whole lot of really cold weather. And while I was outside in my backyard, I was rearranging some pots and things. And last year, I can't remember where I bought them, but I bought 2 strawberry plants in little red hanging baskets. And I thought, well, this year I'm going to buy some strawberry plants and put them in the baskets. But much to my delight, when I looked, I see little strawberries coming up, the little plants. So that made me very happy. So anyway, I'm almost to my daughter's, and she has a very nice little homestead with her chickens, and I know she'll eventually plant a garden, but they have so much construction going on that there's just too much to do. She can't take care of a garden, do full-time work, and then she's got 3 kids from tweens to a teen to, they're not babies, but, Okay, well, I'm going to sign off, and I'll be back in a little while. So I'm here at my daughter's house. I don't know if you can see that, but this is their house and the construction that they have, and it's all muddy, but it's going to be a nice house once they're all done. And then they have some barns, which is nice. So that's where I'm going to spend my afternoon, at least a couple hours. All right. I'll be back. Such a nice, beautiful day today. I decide to go for a walk. There's no leaves on the trees yet, but I really, really, really like my neighborhood. It's very easy to start walking here. Sorry if this is so shaky, but that's how it works when you're walking. So I just got back from my daughter's house. We had a nice lunch, and maybe I'll go back over there tomorrow. So I just had to go for a walk. I'm trying to walk when it's really nice outside because I want to get back into walking. I used to walk 3 miles a day when I was younger. Then I got out of the habit, but like my little chat on developing habits, it takes 2 months to develop a new habit. So that's one that I want to work on and continue to do, and as long as the weather is nice, I want to go for a walk. So anyway, I don't have any epic dinners to share with you today. It's just going to be a quick salad, and that doesn't go bad. And I just wanted to come back on and say that's all I have for you today. I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. God bless you. And I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. Thanks for watching.